Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Nick here with you. Welcome back to the Rock Squad channel and welcome to my top 10 rock albums of 2021. That's right, 2021 was another solid year for rock and roll music. And for us here at the Rock Squad podcast, it was a pretty big year because we launched the new podcast. Me and Dave have been doing it since about March. We've been doing the Rock Squad podcast. Even though I've been doing things on this YouTube channel before, really started ramping things up with the rock album reviews and the rock albums ranked, and to listen to a lot of great music over the course of this year. And I have to say, as a music fan, as a rock music fan, I always look forward to a new year because I look forward to the new music that I'm going to discover, whether that be music by bands that I already love or music by artists that I don't even know exist yet. And these songs are going to become part of my very being, part of the fabric of my reality. And I find that very exciting every time I go into a new year. Looking forward to seeing what we have in store in 2022. But looking back on 2021, it was a fantastic year for rock music, and I'm ready to run down my top 10 albums of the year. Coming in at number 10 is 21 Pilots and Scaled and Icy. You know, I was kind of late to the 21 Pilots party. I got into them when the Trench record came out in 2018, which was a very dark and moody album. And this album, Scaled and Icy, is the complete opposite. It's very poppy, sunshiny kind of record, which I really, really enjoyed. From Good Day to Saturday to all the other songs on this record, I found Scaled and Icy to be an extremely enjoyable record. I think Tyler Joseph is an incredible songwriter, and I think 21 Pilots has an ability to do all sorts of different genres as they've displayed over their last couple of records. And I think Scaled and Icy was a great effort from them in 2021. So coming in at number 10 is 21 Pilots and Scaled and Icy. Coming in at number 9 is While She Sleeps and Sleep Society. Again, another band that I was kind of late to the party. It was a song, Nervous, with Simon Neil from Biffy Clyro, that came out early in the year that got me into While She Sleeps. Whenever you had Biffy Clyro, Simon Neil onto something, I'm going to start paying attention. And this album is fantastic. Started digging into some of their past records. And I think the cool thing about While She Sleeps is that they're pretty much independent. They're not signed to any label. They have their Sleep Society kind of fan club where fans can pledge money to get all sorts of cool stuff from the band. So it's kind of like their own Patreon that they're doing. So I think that's really cool independent stuff. Their past records are cool. I love the heavy sound that they have with mixing the heavy screams with the melodies. I think they do that extremely well. So coming in at number 9 on our top 10 albums of the year is While She Sleeps and Sleep Society. Coming in at number 8 is Weezer and Van Weezer. You know, we got not one, but 2 Weezer albums in 2021, including Van Weezer and OK Human, which came out earlier in the year. I have to say Van Weezer is probably my favorite of the 2, and it's just really cool. It's Weezer with Van Halen-esque riffs. It's nerd rock with heavy riffs on it, which I really, really enjoyed, from The End of the Game to Hero to All the Good Ones to I Need Some of That. This is a fantastic record from Weezer. It just goes to show you that in 2021, Rivers Cuomo and the band are still going strong and still putting out some of the best material of their entire career. It rocks, it's catchy, and that's all you want from Weezer. So coming in at number 8 is Weezer and Van Weezer. Coming in at number 7 on my top 10 albums of 2021 is Foo Fighters and Medicine at Midnight. You know, like Weezer, Foo Fighters put out one of the best records of their career, at least their latter career. I want to say that Medicine at Midnight is their best record since Wasting Light in 2011. So it's been a good decade. And Foo Fighters had an incredible year. They got inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame after 26 years of being a band. They did that. Dave Grohl released a book. They did the What Drives Us documentary, did a whole bunch of other cool stuff. They have the Studio 666 horror movie coming out in 2022. So it was a great year for Dave Grohl and for Foo Fighters. And Medicine at Midnight is just a great record. It's got some killer tracks on it, from Making a Fire, kicking things off, to Cloud Spotter and Shame, Shame and Holding Poison. This is a great Foo Fighters record. And again, like Weezer, I'm just happy that Foo Fighters are still going strong in 2021, releasing great music and still just kicking ass. So coming in at number 7 is Foo Fighters and Medicine at Midnight. Coming in at number 6 is Silk Sonic and An Evening with Silk Sonic. I know some people are going to accuse me of cheating on this list because this technically isn't a rock record, but it's a soul and R&B record, which is another genre that is very close to my heart. And really what Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak have done on this record is just amazing. The production, the songwriting, the performances, the vocals on this thing are absolutely incredible, channeling a lot of old school soul like Marvin Gaye, a lot of old school funk, which is really enjoyable and something that I really love. I'm a huge old school soul and Motown and funk punk and R&B fan, so this is right up my alley. And really, it's just an incredible record from front to back. I know people are going to accuse me of cheating because it's not really rock, but it still falls into that category for me. And it's just such a good record that I couldn't not put it on my top 10 albums of the year. So coming in at number 6 is Silk Sonic and An Evening with Silk Sonic. Coming in at number 5, we have Royal Blood and Typhoons. Now, this record was just fantastic, coming off of their debut and How Did We Get So Dark from 2017. This album really just kicked things up a notch for Royal Blood, mixing their signature riff rock and melodies with just incredible dance beats. It's like Royal Blood meets Daft Punk, and there are so many incredible songs on this record, from Trouble's Coming to the title track to Mad Visions and Hold On and Either You Want It. There are so many great songs on Typhoons. And really, Royal Blood have cemented themselves as one of the best kind of modern rock bands that are going right now. When people say, oh, there's no good rock bands, like, what are you talking about? When you have a song like, or a band like Royal Blood putting out a record like Typhoons, absolutely incredible. Just goes to show you that you can add in those heavy riffs and really have those danceable beats that you want to shake your ass to. And they really showed that on this record. So coming in at number 5 is Royal Blood and Typhoons. Coming in at number 4 on my top 10 rock albums of 2021, it's Mammoth WVH and his self-titled record. Wolfgang Van Halen released his long-awaited self-titled debut solo record this year, and it was nothing short of amazing. He's an incredible talent. He played all the instruments, wrote all the songs, sang all the songs, and it's really just a tour de force for him. And the thing I love about this record is just that it kicks so much ass. When you think about great rock records, this album, it just encapsulates everything that I love about rock. Those big riffs, the huge drums, the soaring melodies, the vocals are incredible. This album is awesome, from Mr. Ed, which kicks off the album, to Epiphany, which is my favorite song on the record, Mammoth, Resolve, Feel, You'll Be the One. There are so many great songs on this album, and I think that Wolfgang Van Halen and Mammoth WVH really is among the great hopes for rock and roll going into the future. So I had to put this on the list. It's such an incredible record. Coming in at number 4 is Mammoth WVH and Mammoth WVH. Coming in at number 3 on my top 10 rock albums of 2021 are my boys, Biffy Clyro, and their latest album, The Myth of the Happily Ever After. What an embarrassment of riches from Simon Neil and the Brothers Johnston over the last couple of years. We had Balance Not Symmetry in 2019. We had Celebration of Endings in 2020. And we had The Myth of the Happily Ever After in 2021, which was another incredible Biffy record, which shows that they are, without a doubt, the best rock band on the face of the planet. I'm just as surprised as you are that they aren't coming in at number 1 on my list. But there's just a couple of records that I really enjoyed a little bit more this year. But that's no knock on Biffy, because The Myth of the Happily Ever After is still incredible. From A Hunger in Your Haunt to Witch's Cup to Holy Water to Unknown Male 1. This is another great Biffy record that combines all the things that I love about them. Incredible melodies, incredible riffs, incredible musicianship and songwriting. And it's just incredible. That's all I can say about Biffy Clyro, the best fucking band on the planet, bar none. Coming in at number 3 is Biffy Clyro and The Myth of the Happily Ever After. Coming in at number 2 is Don Broco and Amazing Things. You know, going into 2021, I'd have to say this and the Biffy Clyro album are among the 2 most anticipated records that I was looking forward to in 2021. And I'm happy to say that Don Broco did not disappoint on their follow-up to Technology, which was one of my favorite records of all time. Amazing Things, just like Biffy Clyro, it just crushes, you know. That's exactly where I'm at with my rock music fandom in 2021. And Don Broco really delivered with Manchester Super Red's #1 Fan and Gum Shield, One True Prince and Revenge Body and Uber. So many great riffs and melodies on this record. Like Anaheim is another great track on Amazing Things. And I think that Don Broco are one of the great hopes for rock music in the future. So I'm really looking forward to what they have going on. I have tickets to go see them in April in Toronto, so that's gonna be really exciting. And I really think that Amazing Things, I thought this would be my #1 favorite record of the year, but there was another one that came in just above it. But still, another great record from Don Broco, just kicking ass and just crushing it with Amazing Things, coming in at number 2. And coming in at number 1 on my top 10 rock albums of 2021, it's Mags, Elliot Douglas, and Say Things That Matter. You know, I was saying, like, every year I go into the year just wondering, like, what new artist am I going to discover? What music am I really going to enjoy? And I have to say that Mags and Say Things That Matter is just an incredible record. Elliot Douglas, he did all the vocals and instrumentation and songwriting on this record. Just a great tour de force from him. Incredible melodies. It's like sunny indie pop rock. So many great tracks on this record, like Smile and Wait and Choked Out, Golden, Beg, Bike, the list goes on. This is such a great record. And I think the reason why it's my number one favorite record of 2021 is just that I really connected emotionally to Say Things That Matter. You know, not to get too deep into things, but 2021 was a little bit of a tumultuous year for me in my personal life. And this record was just something that I really gravitated towards lyrically. It made a lot of sense to me, and it's something that really reflected where I'm at in my life. And I just really, really enjoyed this album. So thank you to Elliot Douglas, to Mags, for making such a great record that I didn't know that I would love so much, but I'm so happy that I've heard this record and enjoyed it so much. It's a lifer for me. It's one of those records that I'm going to keep going back to forever. So really, really great record, and you should definitely check it out if you haven't heard it yet. So coming in at number one of my top 10 rock albums of 2021 is Mags and Say Things That Matter. All right, guys, that is it for my top 10 rock albums of 2021. Let me know what your favorite albums were in the comments below. Make sure to like this video. We'd appreciate that. Make sure to subscribe to us here on the Rock Squad channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on videos, whether that be the Rock Squad podcast with me and my co-host and bandmate Dave Marini. We have rock album reviews, rock albums ranked, and so many other things happening here on the channel. So make sure to check it out. Follow us on social media on Twitter and Instagram at Rock Squad Pod, and make sure to check out our band as well. We're on Spotify, Apple Music. We're called Fools Union. You can check us out at foolsunion.com. So we'll see you guys for another video here on the Rock Squad channel. Until then, rock on, everybody.